Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation Brock Purdy who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Ayuk going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
3rd down and 1. Now Purdy working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
2nd and 7.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by a 3rd-year pro and 3rd overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now, and it's Trey Lance.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now Lance throwing on second down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. There he goes, left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. Down inside the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. They run again with Dowdle.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Throwing on first down is Lance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Lance. Going right back to Ferguson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On second down, here's Lance.
This is caught.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Lance looking to throw it.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Purdy now on second down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Allen, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, a rematch of the second ever Super Bowl, Packers and Raiders from Las Vegas at 8:15 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On play action, Lance. That is caught by Lamb.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
There again is Cooks, complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the run, it's Dowdle.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Lance on the keeper.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
KaVontae Turpin,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Samuel.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Purdy looking to throw.
Looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
On 1st down, Purdy.
That's caught by Jennings. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Here's 1st and goal.
They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Purdy to throw.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Lance. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
They run here with Dowdle.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Down to a knee goes Lance, and that should just about do it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.